Domingo German overcame control problems on a chilly night to win for the first time since last June. Sanchez and Brett Gardner homered and the banged-up New York Yankees beat the punchless Detroit Tigers 3-1 Monday. Aaron Judge made a sprawling, backhand catch on Niko Goodrum's hard-hit liner after Adam Ottavino walked the first two batters in the 8th inning, a drive that would have tied the score if it had gone by the right fielder. New York lost two more regulars to the 10-day injured list before the game after they got hurt a day earlier, outfielder Giancarlo Stanton with a strained left biceps and third baseman Miguel Andujar with a small labrum tear in his right shoulder. Yankees manager Aaron Boone said Andujar, runner-up for AL Rookie of the Year last season, will be treated conservatively with a rehab program and there is some optimism he will respond well. But if not, he could need season surgery. They joined a group of sidelined Yankees that includes pitchers Luis Severino, Dellin Betances and Jordan Montgomery, shortstop Didi Gregorius and outfielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Pitcher CC Sabathia is set to join them Wednesday, after he completes a suspension for hitting a batter with a pitch last September. German, 1-0, pitched 5 scoreless innings, striking out 7 and walking 5. Aroldis Chapman got his first save. Tyson Ross, 0-1, allowed 3 runs, 2 earned, in 5 innings. Orioles 6, Blue Jays 5, Toronto. David Hess was pulled after 6 and a third hitless innings, but Baltimore's bullpen couldn't see the bid through in a win over Toronto. Hess struck out 8 and walked 1 before first-year manager Brandon Hyde pulled him after 82 pitches. Reliever Pedro Araujo walked Justin Smoke, and then allowed a 2-run homer to Randall Grichuk for Toronto's first hit. Jonathan Vieira and Trey Mancini homered for Baltimore, which won its third straight, including the last 2 of its season-opening series against the New York Yankees. Left-hander Richard Bleier picked up his first save of the season. It was the second time this season the Blue Jays have been no-hit into the 7th inning. Detroit right-hander Jordan Zimmerman retired 20 Toronto batters on opening day before Teoscar Hernandez singled to end his perfect game. After a team record 24 consecutive scoreless innings from the Blue Jays starters to begin the season, things unraveled early for Sean Reed-Foley, 0-1. Recalled from AAA Buffalo to make his 8th career start, he endured a rough outing, giving up 5 hits and 5 runs, 3 earned, while walking 2 and striking out 3 in 2 innings. Athletics 7, Red Sox 0 Oakland. Caliph Chris Davis hit his 5th home run over Oakland's first 7 games. Ramon Laureano connected and also saved a run with a perfect throw home from center field, and the Athletics scored their first 5 runs via homer to beat struggling Boston. Davis led the majors with 48 homers last season, and he went deep again leading off the second against David Price, 0-1, who then struck out 3 straight before giving up Laureano's leadoff drive the next inning. Chad Pinder added a 2-run homer in the 6th for the A's to back Aaron Brooks, 1-0. The right-hander tossed 6 scoreless innings with 6 strikeouts and a walk to continue a stretch of stellar outings by A's starters. They have given up just 1 run over 30 innings the past 5 games since the team returned from an 0-2 trip to Tokyo, all allowing 3 hits or fewer. There has been a pair of shutouts, too. Mets 7, Marlins 3 Miami. Rookie slugger Pete Alonso hit his first Major League homer, a 3-run shot to cap a 4-run 9th inning, and New York overcame 16 strikeouts by its hitters to rally past Miami. Juan Lagares hit his first homer since September 7, 2017 and sparked the 9th inning rally when he was hit by a 2-strike pitch trying to bunt. Mets starter Steven Matz allowed 3 runs, 1 earned, in 5 1/3 innings. 3 relievers blanked Miami over the final 3 2/3 innings, and Juris Familia, 1-0, pitched a perfect 8th. Marlins loaded the bases with none out in the 9th against closer Edwin Diaz, who struck out the next 3 batters. Starlin Castro hit a 2-run homer for Miami, his first, and added an RBI single. With the score 3-all, Mets pinch hitter Dominic Smith singled to start the 9th. Steckenrider 0-1, then came inside on Lagares as he squared to bunt, hitting him on the right hand. Lagares missed most of last season, due to a toe injury. Mariners 6, Angels 3. Seattle, Felix Hernandez allowed 1 earned run and pitched into the 6th inning for his first victory since last June, and Seattle beat Los Angeles. Hernandez, 1-0, allowed 7 hits and overcame 4 errors by his defense. He struck out 4 and didn't issue a walk in earning his first victory since June 30, 2018. Hernandez went his final 11 starts of last season without a win. He was charged with 2 unearned runs. Seattle's bullpen was also solid, throwing 3 2/3 scoreless innings, allowing only 2 base runners, including an intentional walk to Mike Trout. Ronis Elias pitched the 9th for his first save. Jay Bruce homered for the 3rd straight game, and Seattle has 16 homers over its first 7 games. Seattle scored 4 times in the first inning off starter Chris Stratton, 0-1. Brewers 4, Reds 3. Cincinnati, Christian Yelich failed to homer for the first time this season, ending his record-tying streak, but he doubled in the 9th and scored on Ryan Braun's double as Milwaukee rallied for a victory before the smallest crowd in Great American Ballpark history. Yelich had homered in each of Milwaukee's first 4 games, tying the Major League record shared by Willie Mays, 1971, Mark McGwire, 1998, Nelson Cruz, 2011, Chris Davis, 2013, and Trevor Story, 2016. On Monday, his only hit set up the Brewers' 4th win in 5 games. The NL MVP doubled with 2 outs in the 9th off Raisel Iglesias, 0-1, and came around on Braun's second double of the game. Alex Wilson, 1-0, allowed 1 hit over 1 2/3 innings. Josh Hader gave up a double in the 9th before getting his 3rd save in 3 chances. Astros 2, Rangers 1. Arlington, Texas, Brad Peacock allowed 2 hits while pitching into the 7th inning. Robinson Chirinos looped a go-ahead double in his first game against his former team, and Houston beat Texas. Houston's George Springer connected for his 25th career leadoff homer against Drew Smyly, who was making his first Major League start since the end of the 2016 season. Peacock, 1-0, pitched without a base runner through 6 innings, allowing only Ronald Guzman's first homer leading off the 3rd. Rundota reached on an infield single to start the 7th but was thrown out trying to steal by Chirinos. Peacock struck out 5 in 6 2/3 innings. Roberto Osuna pitching a perfect 9th for his first save. The Astros bounced back after the 2-time defending AL West champions lost 3 of 4 at Tampa Bay to open the season. Adrian Sampson, 0-1, allowed 4 hits and a run over the final 6 innings for the Rangers. Braves 8, Cubs 0. Atlanta. Brian McCann made the most of his Atlanta homecoming by hitting a 2-run single in a 4-run first inning, and the Braves took advantage of 6 Chicago errors. After being swept in their first series at Philadelphia, the Braves became the final Major League team to win a game. Ender Inciarte and Ronald Acuna Jr. homered off Kyle Hendricks, 0-1. Hendricks gave up 7 runs, 2 earned, on 10 hits and 3 walks in 4 1/3 innings. The right-hander's 2019 debut came after he agreed to a 4-year extension last week that added $55.5 million to his contract through 2023. Wes Parsons, 1-1, threw 1 perfect inning in relief of Sean Newcomb for his first career win. Cardinals 6, Pirates 5, 11 innings. Pittsburgh, Paul DeJong scored on a passed ball in the top of the 11th inning as St. Louis rallied past Pittsburgh to spoil the Pirates' home opener. The Cardinals came back twice against Pittsburgh's erratic bullpen, tying it in the 8th and again in the 9th. DeJong put St. Louis in front for the first time when he singled off Steven Brault, 0-1, with 2 outs in the 11th, moved to 3rd after a hit by pitch and a walk, and then raced home when Nick Kingham's fastball squirted past Pirates catcher Francisco Cervelli. Jordan Hicks, 1-1, worked 2 scoreless innings. Gant picked up the save despite issuing a one-out walk to finish a sloppy 4-hour, 53-minute marathon that featured 16 pitchers, 16 walks, 4 hit batters, 3 errors and 2 home plate umpires. Crew chief Jerry Lane left in the 7th after taking a ball off the mask and was replaced by Vic Carapazza. Giants 4, Dodgers 2. Los Angeles. Brandon Belt hit a go-ahead, 2-run double off Scott Alexander in the 7th inning, and San Francisco rallied for a victory over rival Los Angeles. Belt homered on the first pitch from struggling reliever Joe Kelly leading off the 6th. That left the Giants trailing 2-1. Pinch hitter Yangervis Solarte reached on an infield single to third leading off the 7th. 2 outs later, Solarte scored on Pablo Sandoval's single that took one bounce off the mound and sailed into center field. Fans lustily booed Kelly, 0-1. Steven Duggar followed with a double to center, and boos again rang in Kelly's ears as he walked to the dugout after being removed. Trailing 4-2 in the 9th, Dodgers pinch hitter Max Muncy walked. But Cody Bellinger and Chris Taylor struck out to end the game, wasting a stellar start from young left-hander Julio Urias. Trevor got 1-0, earned the victory, and Will Smith recorded his second save. Diamondbacks 10, Padres 3. San Diego. Merrill Kelly won his big league debut at age 30 by throwing 6 strong innings and benefiting from an offensive outburst started by Adam Jones' leadoff homer to lead Arizona over San Diego. Padres rookie shortstop Fernando Tatis Jr. hit his first big league homer, a 2-run shot in the 6th that landed at the base of the Western Metal Supply Co. building in left field. Kelly, 1-0, who grew up in Arizona, joined the Diamondbacks on a 2-year contract in December after spending 4 seasons with the SK Wyverns in Korea. Kelly held San Diego to 3 runs and 5 hits while striking out 3 and walking 2. Matt Strahm, 0-1, had a rough season debut for the Padres, allowing 5 runs and 8 hits while walking 2 in just 2 2/3 innings. Indians 5, White Sox 3. Cleveland. Roberto Perez drew a bases-loaded walk on 4 pitches from Dylan Covey in the 8th inning as Cleveland rallied for a chilly win in its home opener. The Indians scored 4 runs in the 8th after nearly wasting starter Mike Clevinger's dominant performance. Clevinger allowed 1 hit in 7 innings, striking out 12. After the dreadful outing by Covey, 0-1, Caleb Frere came in and walked pinch hitter Greg Allen on 5 pitches to force in another run and give the Indians a 5-3 lead. Cleveland's John Edwards, 2-0, picked up the win despite giving up a 2-run homer to White Sox rookie Ryan Cordell in the 8th. Brad Hand worked the 9th for his second save. Rays 7, Rockies 1 Street. Petersburg, Florida. Brandon Lowe and Kevin Kiermaier homered to back a strong performance by Tampa Bay's bullpen. Employing the opener strategy for the first time this season, the Rays won for the 4th straight time since a season-opening loss to Houston, matching the best 5-game start in franchise history. Opener Ryan Stanek got it started before a crowd of 10,860, with Ryan Yarbrough, 1-0, following and allowing 1 run and 3 hits over 4 2/3 innings. Relievers Wilmer Font, Jalen Beeks, Jose Alvarado and Diego Castillo finished up. Lowe hit a 2-run homer in the 4th and Kiermaier added a 3-run shot in the 6th to inflict most of the damage against Colorado starter Chad Bettis, 0-1, who allowed 6 runs and 7 hits in 5 2/3 innings. Copyright 2019 The Associated Press. All rights reserved. This material may not be published, broadcast, rewritten or redistributed.